Hi everyone, this is going to be my little playthrough, not really playthrough, just playing a small amount of Borderlands 2, which at the moment is one of my favourite games to play. So this is my character. I'm the Zero character, which is like the stealth kind of assassin character, which I generally always play. So I'm currently quite far into it. I'm level 27 in, I think it goes up to 50. I'm down a bit. There you go. So I play as kind of a stealthy person. If I try and not be stealthy, generally I end up dying quite a lot, which is a little bit annoying.
It's a fine day, full of opportunity.
But hopefully this will be okay, and hopefully lots of people will enjoy it. So if you haven't heard of Borderlands or not interested in the series, it's quite a good game. It's quite a stylized, graphic game. You'll notice around, I'll just try and point with the thing, around the edges of things there's like a little black border. So like these rocks, there's a little black border. It seems very cartoonized, is what I would describe it as. It's quite a fun, interesting game. And it allows you to play in lots of different ways. So there's different characters which have different abilities. Mine, if you click F, sends a little hologram in front of you and makes you invisible, but only for a short amount of time. So only for about 4 or 5 seconds, I think. But that is quite good because it gives you 5 seconds to spawn a little hologram, and you can run off because it turns you invisible. So you can oh, I'm currently using a pistol as a sniper. It's a bit of a silly idea, but actually works surprisingly well. But technically I should be more of a sniper role. So I stealth version. There's a strange person slightly glitching there. There you go. There you go. 3 headshots. So my character usually spends quite a lot of time just giving people headshots and vaporizing them into lots of little blobs like that, and it's quite an impressive game. So sorry, I'm not commentating very much. I don't really play. I haven't been doing this for long, so I'm not exactly like super efficient at talking whilst I'm playing. But yeah, I really like Borderlands, so I recommend quite a few people to try it. If you haven't got it and you have a computer that can run it, well, it's quite good. It's also got quite impressive graphics. So my graphics card uses physics, so you just, instead of bullet decals, you get things like this, where it generates like particles when you do things like shoot stuff. It does slow it down, slow the frame down a small bit. Oh, where are they? I really like this game. The story is really good, but it's also good because it doesn't finish when... Well, I haven't actually finished it yet. but it's not limited to the story. So some games, like the Fallout games... Sorry, not the Fallout games. Some games, like Assassin's Creed ones, I think the most recent one, they've taken this back out. But in some of them, there wasn't much apart from the story. In this, you can go back and revisit a place. And all the enemies are respawn. So you can go back and just keep leveling up just by going back and to the same place. So it's really quite a nice game because you can do as much as you want. It's not you have to go to this bit of the story and then you have to do this. So it's really quite fun. Wow, I'm amazingly bad with a sniper. But this game's very eccentric because there's some amazingly funny and silly things that like are in it. Some of the scripting is like ridiculously funny, and there's the kind of bad guy in the whole of in this series is called Jack.
The sheriff won't follow you out of Lynchwood, and I certainly won't. Please, just leave. Save yourself.
And he's just a weird character. He's like a bit mental in some ways, and it really makes it quite interesting because it's not just the stereotypical bad guy that's like, ooh, I'm a big boss. It's more like interesting storyline, and it's just generally quite a really well-made game. It's good multiplayer because you can seamlessly kind of just invite a friend that's playing. You can seamlessly just invite a friend and they join you. It's because some games like Skyrim are very similar to this, but they have no multiplayer. You can't just seamlessly join someone else playing in their world, which would be very impressive. This is very much like Skyrim, but obviously a bit futuristic with guns. But it's much, I don't know, it's just nice that it allows you to do multiplayer. So yeah. Anyway, that's why this game is good rant. I really do like it, so try it. Really bad with the shotgun. Wow, missed twice. Ow, that would hurt. Anyway, I think the current mission, I'll just go into my thing. Current mission is breaking the bank, so I'm in Lynchwood, which is a town I'm in at the moment. There's a bank. Brick, who's like a man in the story, decided that banks are built for one reason, to be robbed. So it can only be dissolved through a series of crazy ass steps. First step, find some laxative. So yeah, some of the stories are really crazy. So at the moment I'm trying to find some laxative, which I think is above me, it seems to be there. So I'll find out. Get there. This is strange.
I'll let my shotgun running back
So there's a lot of loot in this game. So there's a lot of like going around and finding chests and things. So because you gather money. So the missions in this are often quite crazy as well. So finding laxative is my current mission, which is something you'd never really expect in a game like this. But they have some amazingly funny stories. So here we go. You have to jump onto it. So I now have laxatives.
It's time to find some explosives.
I've been waiting for this.
That may be my favorite sentence I've never said.
Baby.
Anyway, there should be a bandit around there named Mad Dog.
So I have laxatives, so now I have to get explosives from
Take him
Mad
out
Dog.
and get his boomers.
Is that a person? Yay, finally I've killed everyone for the moment. Because what I've noticed is that you get doors. So there's a door here, and enemies kind of spawn from these places. So it's not like if you can see them, that's all there is. If you can see them, that's all there's at the moment. But sometimes more will appear from doors. And if it's a monster like a wolf, or like I think it's called skags, they will appear from like holes or things in walls. So I don't know if
This is Deputy
appear.
Winger. Please don't be caught outside after hours. The sheriff's just looking for excuses.
So I'm going up this lift, I think. Yep. So Mad Dog. Who's Mad Dog? Did it say anything about Mad Dog? And get a skag to eat it, then vomit it out. Only will want a skag bile bomb. To breach the polycriton plate. Oh, okay. So I'm getting laxatives. Oh, I get laxatives to make the skag, which are those dog-like creatures, to vomit out. I don't like the paladins game, I always blow them up so no one else can. So I have to get a dog to vomit out some bile, which will melt through a door. A weird thing to do. So, oh, it's a bit fast-paced, the shooting of this, but it's quite impressive because very few games that are like this. Very few games manage to make a role-playing game like this, so such as Skyrim's a very good role-playing game. Very few people have managed to make a role-playing game with such good first-person shooting kind of aspects. So that's one of the reasons I really like this game, because I really enjoy first-person shooter games, but only if it's an open style. I don't like it when you have to follow certain paths. I like this because if I wanted, I can jump up here and jump up here and completely avoid the like where you meant to go. So it's makes it a very optional kind of thing. I don't have to do anything. So, yeah, I really think this game's quite impressive. I really love the way it works. It's not slow. It's oh, there's my dog. I hate enemies where you're obviously going to beat them, but you have to spend ages.
Go slap the bomb down outside of Spaghettikid.
Explosives, huh? That ought to be fun.
So something that features quite a lot in this game is midgets. They have it's a bit weird really. They have different types of enemies. So you get marauders, which are like the typical enemies. They're kind of the standard shooty people. They're not too good. And then you have rankings, so you get badass, which is like the highest, I think. So you get, it's a bit like leveled enemies. So they are physical levels. So you can get a level 5 badass, and they're quite easy to kill because they're only level 5. But they're kind of level to your skill. So there can be a, for me I'm level 27, so there will be a level 27 badass, and that will be balanced to me. But a badass, oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Ghosty.
No, I didn't do that either. A level 27 badass will be harder for me to kill. It should be a struggle in some ways. It's not, because sometimes it's very, very easy to kill them. You just have to like find the right thing that they're weak to. So sometimes they'll be really good at close range, but if you just run away from them, you can easily destroy them really quickly. Snipe that. Get rid of that. Okay. Oh, a shotgun, but it's not as good as the one I've got at the moment. So, I've completely forgotten what I'm saying. Yeah, there's leveled enemies, so there's different types. So there's midgets, which are small people, so they're quite hard to kill. There's other things like this. All the way over there shooting at me. What's he doing? So I can get a headshot from him. That fast moving. Oh, there we go. What? That was so a headshot. I just realised they're leaking loot. That was a headshot. Yeah. I don't like it. I'm just gonna get. So, yeah, you get badass, you get, here's a midget, so he's a rat, which seem to be quite fast running, like, enemies. They're just annoying, they're very quick. So here's one, a tunnel rat, they make big holes. So that's what happens. If you die, you don't straight away die. You go into a kind of mode where you can't walk. It's like in some shooting games. Some popular shooting games such as Call of Duty. You get split. You get a second chance. I've done it, just set myself on fire. Hold on. You get a second chance, so instead of just dying straight away, it gives you like a chance to go get back into it. So it gives you like a second chance, is what it's called. Which is quite handy. Anyway, I'm not quite sure how long I've been filming this, but I think I'll finish this episode and then I'll stop recording and start recording after I kill this guy. There we go, like a jump. Oh, we're in the guy now. Oh, it's a midget. Okay, we'll finish and I'll shotgun with a midget face. There we go. And now I'm being attacked again. Okay, we won't finish on midget face, we'll finish on this guy. Oh, and another guy will hit. Oh, well, that's good. Okay, now we'll finish. Oh, there we go.
Cool.
Space explosives.
Now, coated in laxative. The skag will eat the bomb, cover it
This
in
is
its
where we'll
bowel,
finish then.
vomit it back up. Then, we can blast through the back door. He ain't weird for it. Lucky for us, skag's eating crap out of the same hole, so this won't take too long. Follow him and get the bomb back when he horks it up.
There we
Voila!
go. So now
One
we
skag
have the
bow bomb ready for bank busting. Just slap that on the bank wall and wait for the
There we go.
fireworks.
Okay. Anyway, this is my first Borderlands kind of video. If you enjoyed it, please like and favourite it if you really enjoyed it. But only if you did like it. If you didn't, obviously don't. I don't want to just tell you to just because I do. Liking should be whether you actually enjoyed it or not, as opposed to some people who just say like and favourite my video because you can. If you did like it, then like it. If not, don't. It doesn't really matter, really. It's just if I know that lots of people have liked the video, it makes me want to play it more because obviously people enjoy it. Anyway, if you enjoyed it, please like it, and if you really want to see more, or would like to see more, sorry, then subscribe, and then I can know that you will like it. And yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. See you in another one, hopefully. Goodbye.